I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm gonna pick up a piece of paper that says Home Depot and Solar City. So the reason I'm here is that Home Depot has partnered with my company, Solar City, to make it possible for folks to go solar who probably otherwise wouldn't do it. You know, most solar companies are going to tell you in order for you to get started, you got to come up with this big chunk of money. You know, they're going to talk about $20 or $30 or $40,000 that you, look at the way his head is nodding, that you've got to come up with and buy panels, and then you wait years for your payback. But see, we don't do any of that, which is why Home Depot partnered with Solar City and not any other solar company. Because, sir, if your home qualifies just based on a few simple questions, Solar City will convert your home to solar at our expense. And all we ask is that you pay for the electricity that's produced from your roof. Now, I pause there and let that sink in. That's my value proposition, I think. Okay? So you can usually see the person's eyes rolling around as they try to process what they were just told. So I'll pause for a second, and then I'll say, what I'm saying is this. If you qualify, we'll design a system specifically for your roof, and we'll calculate how much kilowatts that system can produce. And of course, we'll be able to determine, therefore, how much we can push Delmarva power out of the way and replace it with clean solar from your roof. And so, and that will, and however much we're able to do, depending on your roof, will determine what we're able to do for you. I know you're just standing there shaking your hands, but shaking your head. But a lot of times people will interject questions and so on, but that's fine. So let me see if you qualify, okay?
Sure, how are you going to do that?
Well, let me ask you, again, I'm going through a qualifying list because I want them to feel like this is a test that they want to pass.
He's so consistent. I mean, it's amazing to watch him go. And he's always going like this, he's this, and we're going to, you and us. And he says, we're not going to charge you to install. I mean, and it really, he doesn't do this.
Well, sometimes.
It's consistent. It's really amazing.
So, okay, so let me ask you, do you own your own home? You don't rent?
I own my own home.
Okay, now, do you pay, is it on your land? I can't use a lot rent situation.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
You know, a lot of folks around here pay lot rent. I'd like to be able to help them, but I can't. Okay, so let me ask you, do you have command of your own roof? I mean, there's no condo association that tells you what you, okay, so you can, okay, now let me ask you this. Is it stick built or modular? I can't use a double wide or a single wide.
It was built by Nanico.
Oh, Nanico, okay, so it's a modular. Well, no, that's fine, that works. And so therefore, it has roof choice. You have an attic space, you have normal roof choice. Okay, good, that's fine. So the next question has to do with the condition of your roof. How old do you figure your roof is?
It's probably, I would say, about 8 years old.
Is it a regular asphalt shingle roof?
Just regular shingles.
Okay,
Yeah.
well look, that sounds like it has plenty of life left in it. It sounds like that would qualify. So far, sir, you've actually answered all the questions correctly.
Oh, great.
Okay, so the next step has to do with how much unshaded roof area might be available on your house facing east, south, or west.
Okay.
So for that, I keep Google Earth dialed up on my computer here. So yeah, I just punch in the address and take a look from the satellite, and I'll be able to determine whether or not we have usable area. But first, before I do that, let me go backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
You know, a lot of folks are concerned with what happens after we install, but what I want you to know is this. Once we install a system on your home, we take full responsibility for maintaining it and repairing it and insuring it and monitoring it to make sure that it remains efficient for you. So that's entirely incumbent upon us, and all we want is that you pay for the electricity that it produces. Now that electricity, you're with Delmarva Power. Again, not only will be able, my name is Bill. What's your name, please?
Jim.
Hey, Jim. Thanks for taking a moment to hear me
Sure.
out. Look, what we want to do, Jim, is we want to figure out how much kilowatts that rooftop system can produce, but also at what price per kilowatt we can provide it to you. Now that price has to be favorable compared to what you're paying, or you won't proceed and neither will we, right?
Yeah, no.
But we don't know the details until we actually look at the roof.
Okay.
But the point is this, it sounds like your home qualifies, and I'm going to verify that on the computer satellite. But if it does, Jim, then the next step, and it costs nothing to take this step, but the next step is to have an expert come around and design the system specifically for your roof so that we can tell you exactly what we can do
So this is
for
going
it.
to save me money.
Well, I don't know, frankly. I don't know how much or if it's going to save you. What they do is this, Jim. They look at your pattern of the last 12 months, how much you've been paying Delmarva Power,
Okay.
and they say, okay, Jim, this is your pattern, and if you don't change anything, it will continue to be.
Okay.
And then this is what we can do with your roof, and therefore, if we do, then this could be your pattern in the future.
Okay.
And so you look at the options, you decide if that makes sense to you or you don't, and it costs nothing to find that out.
Okay.
So why don't we take a look at your house on the satellite, and we'll talk about your roof, and if it qualifies, we'll find a time that suits you, that we can find an expert to come and design your system for you.
Sounds good.
Okay, and then
Excellent.
we sign.
Great job.
All right.